331,000. Oh, 331,100. My best ever, I think. I'm pretty sure it is. Hey there everyone, hope you're having an absolutely magical day today. Time is now 1:57 in the afternoon, so you know what we're going for, a 2 p.m. boarding group of Rise of Resistance. 1:58, I can see it's a pretty good connection. I was actually walking around just a little bit to try and find the absolute best connection. Right by Dockside Diner, at least for me, T-Mobile and Disney Wi-Fi today. Disney Wi-Fi is like, it's a little finicky today because there's so many people who are on it, but it's still faster than my T-Mobile LTE at this spot, at this moment. So here we go. Now you may recall a few days ago we tried to do this, but the entire attraction was down all day due to lightning. We're trying again, and they're already on groups 34 to 40. So I'd imagine all the groups up to 40 have already been distributed. We've got 1:59 now, so we're gonna pay close attention to the time. Now you may recall we tried to do this the other day. Time is now, oh my gosh, I got 45 seconds. But we tried to do it the other day. It was closed the entire day. I looked today, they have given out all the boarding groups up to boarding group 40. I can see it on my phone and on the wall over there. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I don't miss this time. 30 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Join boarding group, join boarding group. Oh my gosh, it's so slow. We made it into group 62. Not the best we've ever done, no doubt about it, but 2 p.m. for just getting here in the afternoon. I've only been here for a few minutes. That is really, really good. It's backup boarding group, but considering the fact that they made it all the way through 40, I would be shocked, absolutely floored, if they did not make it to 62 today. Now something very interesting happened as I was sitting here trying to get the boarding group. I saw the Wi-Fi go from like full strength down to like missing 1 and then missing 2 at the time that I was actually just waiting for it to load. Part of me thinks the Wi-Fi was not a good idea today. It seems to vary. As you've seen, we did it really well the other day. We got boarding group 2 on the Wi-Fi. Today seemed to be a little bit more difficult. My guess here is that LTE and your mobile internet is probably better at the 2 p.m. hour, because not as many people are here, that's my guess, versus the 10 a.m. hour. If 10 a.m. I would imagine Wi-Fi would be better, but in the afternoon, it seems like Wi-Fi is a little bit on the more difficult side. Of course, that's gonna vary every single day, so check the speed test. I showed you in the earlier video how to check that speed test, fast.com. Very, very helpful when you're trying to figure out what's the fastest. Boarding groups 35 through 41, it's projected sometimes right there on that sign next to the Frozen sing-along, but I would imagine they'll get to 60 within 2 hours. That'd be my guess. Toy Story Midway Mania is showing a 15-minute wait. I'm headed back there to still try and improve my skills to get best of the month. I'm determined to get best of the month at some point in the future. Now you may have noticed something different today. I am not wearing a backpack and I love it. I love being backpackless at Walt Disney World. It's true, I don't have as much of my equipment with me, but it's so nice not to have that weight on my shoulders all day. I wonder how many different board games I could name inside the queue line for Toy Story Midway Mania. We've got, that is Candyland, followed by Monopoly. On the walls, we've got those cutout characters and some money for Monopoly. Oh, there's a card there too. Oh my gosh, is that a get out of jail free card? Yes, it is. Up above, it looks like we just have some dice and is that a Boppo doll? One of those dolls that you bop and he comes right back up. I think it might be. Of course, we got those playing cards, and then up above here, I do not recognize that game at all. Is that just maybe it's just a Toy Story game? Not so sure. Maybe it looks like Chutes and Ladders, or at least maybe a variant of Chutes and Ladders. There's some Uno cards and crayons that kind of line up between them. We've got some Crayola markers here, and I think I saw some chalk a moment ago. I recognize that one up above. Mom and David and Michelle would always beat me at Scrabble. I can tell you that much. They're very, very good at that one. I'm pretty good at puzzles. I feel like Mom is probably the best at puzzles. Then we got Scrabble pieces on the ground. Barrel of Monkeys, of course, up above. And then over here, we've got Domino lining the way. Crazy Eights, another great card game. I haven't played that one in a long time. But there's more towards the exit. We'll catch more on the way. It said 15 minutes. This was 5. So fast, and I love it. Personally, I prefer an overestimation of the wait times, just because, you know, you're happily surprised, right? You're like, you go into it thinking, okay, it's gonna be 15 minutes. Turns out to be 5, and you're like, yeah. I can already see best this hour, 212,000, and best today, 345,000. That's tough. Best this month, 531,000. This is called practice to get there. That's what this is. 246,900. 46,900. Not my all-time best, but not bad. Pretty sure that beats best this hour. That's an amazing score. 301,100 is beating it. One of these days we're gonna get best this month. It might take years to get there, I'm telling you, but enough practice. We can do it, I know we can. They're on boarding group 47 right now, time is 2:34. At that rate, we'll be riding before 5. I mean, that's fast. Oh my gosh, I forgot to look for board games on the way out. let's go again. Let's go again. Look for some more board games. We've got dice on the side here. I forgot what this set is called. It's not Rokenbach. I used to have Rokenbach too. But this is different. It's a different, you know, Connect set. Super nice. Popsicle stick, not a game, but still fun. And then on the right-hand side, we've got checkers with large checker pieces. We got blocks here and then more domino chairs. Army Man, and I never had a Dino Glide plane. You know, I'm guessing it's just kind of, you put it together and you throw it. I may have had something similar to it though when I was a kid. On second thought, that's a super long line for it. Let's, we'll save it for another day. You know, I was just thinking to myself, technology changed our lives. It's been that way for years. That's great. It continues to change and improve our lives. Fantastic. Think about how it's changed Disney experiences. If I had said just 5 years ago that the only way, or one of the only ways, to get on to the most popular attraction at Disney was to go on your smartphone, go to an app, and click as fast as you can at a certain time, nobody would have believed me. Nobody. That's just 5 years. So then 5 years into the future, I mean, the idea is endless, absolutely endless, and the innovating, I think, is so critical. But here's another thing. 10 years, 15 years down the road, there's no way for us to even fathom what it will look like. I don't know if we're going to have chips in our hands. I hope it's not that. I don't want a chip in my hand. Or teleporting from TTC to Magic. I have no idea. All I'm saying is that the evolution enhances the magic. So when we have our smartphones now, maybe it's just going to be like a virtual reality thing in the air where we log in as fast as we can to get onto a ride. Impossible to know. But it's just so cool to see Disney evolve with the time. I love the holiday gift store here inside of Hollywood Studios. But a couple years ago, my sister Michelle, love her, you know I do, had me watching a few Doctor Who episodes. And there was one with some snowmen that scared me quite a bit. It did, but I always say hi to a friendly snowman here. Some of those Doctor Who episodes are way too scary for me. I don't know, I don't like scary things, and that was a little much. Now, you know, for me, moving to the Orlando area, one of the most difficult things that I had to kind of adjust to was the change in how I dine around Disney. I have to admit, it's been a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. I thought for sure we'd be like, okay, here's what we're doing, here's our strict diet and all that. But when you come to Disney, that feeling of, I don't want to do diets, just takes over, you know? So whether it's a Dole Whip or maybe it's just kind of a, you know, quick service dining, you know, experience, you know, it's very difficult, especially for me, I'm talking about myself here, to kind of shift away from that, oh, anytime, anything, no problem. You know, it's just a mentality shift that I've got to make, and it's gotta happen now. I'm not pushing it off. I've got to make that change. I love dining around Disney. You know that. I love all the experiences, whether it's quick service, snacks, sweet treat, whatever it is. You know I do. You know I do. It's that change in habit that's been the most difficult for me. You know. So what I've been trying to do, here's my strategy. I've been trying to kind of eat before I come to the parks on certain days, and then, like, you know, as I leave the park, I'm feeling hungry. I say to myself, oh, maybe it's time to, you know, go back home and get some food there. I haven't made it to a point where I'm bringing food with me, like a granola bar or whatever. I haven't done that yet. I'm not planning on doing that. That's just me. But, you know, it's a change that has to be made. I have to make it in order to enjoy the parks for years, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean that I'm going to cut out, like, all dining experiences. Not even close. You're going to see maybe even dining tonight. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, how much. I'm just changing the amounts a little bit. So, you know, a little less frequency with that doesn't mean that we're going to enjoy it any less. I think we're going to enjoy it even more. It just has to, you know, just a moderation, everything in moderation. Now, why am I bringing this up today? Two big reasons for it. First and foremost, the diet. I want to get back on that diet that I told you about over a year ago before we moved to Florida, in terms of, you know, getting in shape. You know, it's very difficult to do when you live and are close to Disney all the time. That's so difficult, so difficult. So I want to kind of get back on track with that. In addition, I want the experiences to revolve around the rides and the shows and all this. I find myself saying, okay, you know, just like look at my phone. I looked at the app and was saying, okay, how long until Rise of Resistance? And then when is sci-fi available? You know what I mean? I don't want that to be like second nature for me. I'm going to try and space it out just a little bit more. See what happens. I have no doubt there'll be some more dining experiences some days and less and other days. There'll be back and forth for a little while. You know, I'm gonna make sure I kind of hold myself to it, but also have fun with, you know, the same thing, kind of balance a little bit. But I'll keep you updated as we go along. Now, I do want to take a moment to mention that my Teespring, you may have noticed, is gone from underneath my videos here. No problem though. In the description of this video, you can find my merch there. Just had to change a few things around. We're in good shape again. Now, the other day we saw some very exciting merch drop at the Magic Kingdom. I want to see if they have anything similar, like those slap band magic bands, here at Hollywood Studios, and if we can find anything new. Wind's blowing, as you can see, usually means the storm's on its way in. And I took a look. Rise resistance temporarily down. It's probably got that hour reset. We'll check back in a little bit. We saw the slap bracelet magic bands originally here in Hollywood Studios, but they are not here at the moment. I'd imagine they'll make their way here soon, relatively soon. That's my guess. We'll see. Check out the Disney Parks collection right there. Check out the Disney Parks collection jewelry with Slinky Dog. Oh my gosh, and he makes up the band. There's no band underneath kind of supporting him. He is part of the band. That's great. Tons of bracelets and necklaces, but this one I think is one of my favorites. Look at this. It's an alien that's been chosen by the claw. Here in Hollywood Studios, they have those updated masks. Great to see. You can see the Together Again ones. They have super small ones for kids. Look at those. They've also got the larges. I'm looking for the extra large. Don't see it, but I would envision it's here somewhere. Now, when I forget to bring my bag into the parks, it also means that I forgot my pins. Oh, it's okay. That's all right. Next time. You know, I don't remember seeing these Mickey and Minnie Mouse dolls. You can see them right there. It's a kind of a unique style for them. Don't remember seeing them quite like that. And you kind of go over to this one. You can see Minnie, and she's got different outfits. That's got to be really popular, I would imagine. I like this Monsters University XXXXXXXX extra large. The World of Pixar. This is so cool. All right, so you're looking at it. Looks great. World of Pixar kind of spelled out 5 times there. Look at the P. Illuminated blue, neon, kind of a turquoise. Then you got the IXAR. It's kind of Pixar across and to the side with those characters. That's a great shirt. Take a look. You can see more of those droids as keychains. We've seen several of them before, but now they got a couple more here. Awesome. Every single time I see a shirt wall at Disney, I see a new shirt. Every single time. The one that I want to see today is actually at the far end. It's Rex. I'm gonna take a closer look. Look at that Rex in the bottom right corner. Recharge all day, party all night. Rex. I'm still getting used to my programming. That's one of my new favorites. I love that. Just ran into the president of parks again here at Walt Disney World, Josh Tamaro. I gotta tell you, seeing him around, like he was just saying hi to cast members, just making sure everybody's having a good time, you know, doing well, hydrating. That is really good leadership. I love seeing them out and about. You know, I don't like to bug them. I got a quick selfie and then I was like, oh, great seeing you, and that was it. But yeah, it's so great to see that from the top down, making magic. I love it. It's so funny. I basically made a giant circle around Hollywood Studios, experiencing it. Now we're gonna go back on Toy Story Midway Mania. I'm telling you, I am determined to get the best score possible. I know it might not be today or tomorrow, but practice, practice, practice. Now here's a board game I don't recognize. Little Bo Peep lost her sheep. You can actually see, is that King Candy? Kind of looks like King Candy. Oh, Old King Cole. That's his name. That's so cool. There's Bo Peep right there. Okay, picking up where we left off in terms of games. Dice on the ground there. There's dice, Scrabble pieces, and domino. Tinker Toy Construction. That's what it's called. Okay, I get it. Tinker Toy. There's actually a Monopoly card there. See that? Rent $50. Not gonna forget this time. There's Twister, Game of Life, and there's more. Oh my gosh, all right, time to go down, but we'll catch them on the way out. Best this hour is in the 400,000. We'll just practice. We're going for the best we can. Thank you. Oh my gosh, my arm is exhausted. Let's see this. 269,000. I have no idea how to get to 400,000. 531,800 is the highest of the high score. Little roundup here. This is where you doodle on that board. It's kind of made of the magnetic material, and it fades away after you shake it or pull up that other sheet. You've got Twister, Game of Life, and Battleship. Played all those games. Checkers inside, and those cards as well. We've also got Chuckles the Clown. I don't think I've ever seen that in real life before. Super cool. Then we've got, of course, your wind-up binocular. Take a look. We've got our Buzz Lightyear Attack on Zurg, the evil Emperor Zurg, your video game strategy guide here. Something I don't understand. Help me understand this. $4.95. I would imagine that's the price. In Canada, $50. That cannot be right. There's no way. Maybe $5. $50 in Canada? Maybe. Cool to see. Now, as we were exiting, I ran into a cast member by the name of Mark. I heard from another cast member when I was standing in line that Mark and other friends have actually done unbelievable scores in Toy Story Midway Mania. Mark actually works here as a tech here, and they're getting like 500,000 just about every time. And we just talked for like at least 10 minutes. Mark, thank you for your time. 10 minutes of like, here's how you do this. And it's the same tips we talked about, but it's the accuracy, it's making sure that you prioritize. So when Gigabot opens, for example, don't bother when he's at 500, wait till he's at 1,000, etc., etc. I think I'm gonna go again. And we're gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna use some tips from Mark, see if it improves the score. I mean, I'm still getting used to it, but I'm determined. I should also mention that Rise of Resistance is still not open. Oh. I can't believe this is happening again. That's okay. That's all right. No problem. We get to do Toy Story a bunch. That to me is a lot of fun. Okay, here we go. Let's see how we did. 331,000. Oh, 331,100. My best ever, I think. I'm pretty sure it is. Not best this hour or best today or best this month, but 331,100. Clearly, those tips helped. Thank you, Mark. I don't remember what my highest score ever was. I feel like it's this, 331,100. We'll keep practicing, but that is so helpful. Biggest tip here, ignore the mouse going around the barn during the first scene. Instead, go for the fox in the hen house, the little moles on the side, and the pigs behind the fox for the cat back there. It's worth a lot. Sure enough, Rise the Resistance is up and running again. They're on boarding group 52. We're 62. Time is now 4:16 in the afternoon. If it continues, fingers crossed, we're gonna make it. One thing that's really interesting, I'm learning where all the spots are for water around Disney. So I'll go to the Starbucks, you know, great water they have there. But Docking Bay 7, another great spot for it. You gotta know where you can get water and stay hydrated at Disney, Docking Bay 7, Starbucks. There are other spots, but it's funny how I'm learning them. It's like, okay, I'm thirsty, let me just go over here. They're on boarding group 55, we are 62. Come on, it's almost there. Now, despite the fact that we do have a boarding pass, you can actually see the line for it goes all the way outside. I don't remember actually standing outside still for Rise the Resistance before. This might be great to kind of dive into those details of the queue. You know what? We've got an hour after they call our boarding group. Let's go to Muppet Vision 3D. 10-minute wait. Yes, back in 5 minutes. All right, let's come back in 5 minutes. All right. Miss Piggy Dressing Room XL. That right there. We're going to come back in here in a little bit. The show's about to start in 32 seconds, but I really want to take some looks around. Let's go towards the front today. Middle of the theater, front row. I've never been in the front row before. It's going to be great.
Hey, look! Look at the guy in the goofy mask! That's not a mask. Oh, sorry, lady.
That goes well today.
Bunny! Bunny ran away. A bunny? Feed!
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, Kermit, look! I'll save you, penguin! No, not you! Everyone okay in here? We surrender! We surrender!
I loved it. Sitting up front gives you a whole new perspective. If you're sitting up front, look for the penguin who plays the violin. He comes out as like a soloist during like the B moment. That was great. I think that was my new favorite. The solo penguin right there. Love it. Love the whole thing. Yay. Believe it or not, they're on boarding group 58. We've still got a few more minutes. Wow, it's a long time. And we're gonna go inside to Muppet Vision 3D again. I'm gonna take a few looks around, see what other details we can find. We're back in the queue line for Muppet Vision 3D. I wanted to kind of show you a few of those details all around, which I think are really fantastic. Department of Artificial Reality. This is not a door. Okay, so you get it, artificial reality? Okay. Not a door, got it. Division of Fashion Technology, making tomorrow a prettier place to be. Institute of Advanced Chronology, which is the study of time, staying ahead of the times. Got it. Stress Testing Department. I don't want to go in this door. Caution, contents under extreme pressure. Now this is the area where you walk in and wait for the show to begin. There are so many details to look at in here. It's hard to choose just one. Clothing up there. Fish in a cage. There's Kermit as like almost looks like Napoleon. I mean, that to me is Napoleon attire. He's even got his hand kind of at his chest where Napoleon would. Very interesting. Look at all these pieces of luggage from Miss Piggy. You got the evening gowns, more satin evening gowns, the rest of the satin evening gowns. King Fozzie artwork here. That's awesome. That, I'm telling you, this is phenomenal. Look at that. He's even got like the rings on for the king. Sam the Eagle's patriotic paraphernalia, flags, fireworks, so forth and so on. Sam the Eagle. It's actually starting to fill up in here, but you can see Pigs in Space vehicle up there, and then you make your way around here. Muppet Labs. There's so much more. And you've got, is that banana puree? Yes, it is. Look at this. I've never actually seen this. It is, nope, it's still a little firm there. Butterflies in cages. The show is actually starting. I've never seen it at this point before where they're like just getting started. As we're making our way out, check out the mirror there. There's Miss Piggy and Kermit. And then Kermit's photo up there with lights all around. Small details. We could spend forever in here. They're now on group 59. We'll be in there before you know it. Now, while we're waiting for Rise of the Resistance, I do want to answer a question that's been asked of me quite a few times. Michael, how are you going into the park so many days? I heard on these articles that there are no passes left for anyone. Yeah, you hear that quite a bit, but the reality is you check the system and every so often there's a last minute one available. So that's what I've been doing. I've been seeing that, maybe same day, you kind of look on there, maybe even in the afternoon, like 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, You check on there and, oh, look, there's some last minute availability for Hollywood Studios or Epcot. And I'll just vary my day based on the last minute availability that I can find. So that's how I've been doing it. No special access. It's just been the park pass system. They're still on group 61 at the moment, but take a look at the line. It goes all the way outside of Rise of Resistance. I'm gonna time it. I'm gonna time it like as we get an official spot in line. See how long it takes to get from there onto the ride with the one person or one party per vehicle, you know, method that's going on right now. So funny how this happens. Boarding group 62 literally just called this second. Look at the line like forming, actively forming as we're walking up. Just walked under that gateway. It's been 8 seconds. I'm actually gonna time how long it takes, you know, standing in these social distancing markers to get into Rise of Resistance. Now, to give you an idea about how long this line is, it's been 8 minutes and 14 seconds right there. We're still outside. It's gonna be a little while. I would actually envision this will be close to an hour, maybe 45 minutes, an hour, before we actually make it on the ride. It's gonna be really interesting to find out. 20 minutes later, we are still inside those caverns, but moving faster now. Take a look up there. There's almost like a Rebellion, I don't know, briefcase? I think I'm gonna call that a Rebellion briefcase there. That's so cool. It's actually located, oh wait, there's more briefcases inside. It's like this corner stop as you make your way in the queue line. By the way, Rebellion, Resistance, you get the idea. I've always wondered about this older pottery that you can see, like these jugs kind of embedded with the rock. Where's that from? Those packs right up there remind me of my Boy Scouting days. We'd have like these day packs we'd have with us. They'd never be that compact. They'd always be these huge backpacks. Camping, and they're enormous, way too heavy. This looks a lot more just kind of, I don't know, camping friendly. That next doorway leads us to the attraction. It's been 28 minutes and about 30 seconds there. That's shorter than I thought it would be. Stopping the timer as I stand right here. I count this as the end, kind of. 29 minutes, 17 seconds. Not bad. I love seeing those reactions of guests whose first time it is to be on Rise of Resistance. It's a great feeling.
BB-8, is everyone assembled?
Interesting, we're stalled here a bit. Here we go.
More ships launch. I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Vacara. Red 2, blue. No, the tractor beam will be too strong.
Interesting, there's a small stall. There's like a small delay. And the, wow, they've got this scene playing out. Oh, now we're back on schedule. Amazing.
They'll want the location of our secret base.
Interrogations are coming. Each of you will undergo. You have information we require. Well, not you.
I love the cast members. Oh my gosh, it's a real life person. Oh my gosh. I love it. Oh. See the trooper right there? He's definitely doing something. So close to stealing that TIE fighter. I want to steal a TIE fighter. I've never seen a stormtrooper like move that much. He's a stormtrooper. He's all over the place. I don't know if you caught it earlier, but that Imperial officer said, "Oh, you don't have any information." You just looked right at us. That was good. It was so funny. The commitment, yes, to cast members everywhere. Yes. Radiation leak, big radiation leak. Gotta shut it down. I'm gonna push some buttons. I'm trusting you, R5. Can I trust you? Oh, that doesn't look like a not R5. Come on, R5. Now, while we're here, I want to show you these little areas where you can store your belongings if you need to. There are these little pouches, very, very small, but everything else you leave at your feet.
Head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batu.
Easy enough. It's a prisoner transfer.
Tell them it's a prisoner transfer.
That's nothing.
You're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners. Hurry! No, not up! I said down!
Prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless.
There's nowhere to run.
I'm running! Every time! It's having your own mini! Oh my gosh! Alternate!
You cannot escape me.
Your precious resistance is about to be destroyed.
I've never seen the alternate before. He was outside. Kylo was outside. No wind. Here we go. Whoa! Oh, that was awesome as always. It was the first time I've ever seen the alternate scene. Kylo Ren was not there saying, there's no escape, right? He didn't say that. It was all outside. He was in his very special TIE fighter to like get us, but then he got blasted out of the air, and we made our way to the turbo lift. That was great. They're now boarding group 71. Now at this point we are making our way out of the park, but it goes to show that if you arrive later at Hollywood Studios, we've tested it a few times now, you can indeed get a boarding group to Rise the Resistance. 10 o'clock is much, much easier. It is more of a guarantee, because 61 was not a guarantee. However, you can do it. Okay, Hollywood Studios, have a great night. See you real soon. Thanks so much for being a part of the magic with me today. It was so much fun sharing it all with you. Until next time, have a magical day!